Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 ELA. I'm really excited to show you what's going on for this week. And let's get started. So this week we're chasing treasure with Penelope. Penelope's on the hunt for her treasure chest, but she needs a little help. Penelope needs to ride the choo-choo train to get the treasure chest. Help her follow the pathway the train is taking. Say choo-choo as you move through the puzzle. After you make your path using the arrows, press the triangle to watch Penelope follow the path you made for her.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. I think we're going to be working with this sound a lot today. So this game is pretty simple. We're talking about transportation, what takes you from place to place. So we're right here at the green dot. I think that a choo-choo train does take us for transportation. And this one, ooh, a bus, a hot air balloon, a bus, a train, choo-choo. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, Penelope is taking her choo-choo all the way down to the checkered flag. Get it? Checkered flag. There's that sound again. So after this lesson, you're going to be able to identify the two letters that make the ch sound. You're going to describe connections within a text, which is super important. You're going to use describing words called adjectives to expand your sentences. And you're going to use drawings and sentences to show what I think about a topic and provide reasons. Word work, choo-choo. There's Penelope on the train. Say choo-choo as she goes by. Look at this little boy. When you say choo-choo, you're making another digraph sound. Ch, ch, ch. To make the ch sound in words, you put the letters C and H together, and it doesn't go k, it goes ch. Now, we had Theo the other day helping us out. Today, we have Chaz. This is Chaz the cheetah. She loves riding on her choo-choo train and making the ch sound as she rides. Let's take a listen as she shares what she knows about the ch sound.
The letters CH say ch, like in cheetah. CH says ch.
So we already figured out our first thing we're going to learn today. CH says ch. Cheetahs, sharks, panthers, whales, and elephants are phenomenal champions because they help us learn our digraph sounds.
Cheetahs, sharks, panthers, whales, and elephants are phenomenal champions.
Find Chaz in the picture below and say the ch sound. Point to the other digraph animals you know and say the sound they make. Well, there's Theo the panther for the sound. And there's Chaz the cheetah. Ch, ch. This is Sharon the shark. Ch, 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 ch. And this is Ellie the elephant. PH says f. And Wally the whale. Champ of ch words. Chaz knows many different words that use the ch sound. She even has pictures to go with her words. Take a look at the images and words and say them out loud. Oh, champ. That has a ch right there. Chair. Ch, ch, chair. Chop. Ch, ch, ch. Those words all have the ch at the beginning. Chicks. I hear that sound first too. Ch, ch, chicks. Chat. Cheese. Peach. That time I heard the CH at the end of the word. Peach. Chest. Oh, look at that pirate's gold. And chap. A nice little young lad, a chap. Those are some charming choices Chaz made with her words. Let's impress her by saying these words she has shared with you. Look through the pictures one more time and record yourself saying each word. Listen to hear yourself making the ch sound. That is definitely something you can do if you clip through this module after me. There are some, you want to play the fun games, you want to make sure you get your worksheets, and Maybe record some of your little record buttons there. You can play yourself here. Changing charming words. Words with the k sound and the ch sound both start with the letter C. I wonder what happens if you change the sound at the beginning of the words champ and chop to a k sound instead. This sounds like a fun idea, Penelope. Let's give it a try. Take a look at what happens when you change the ch to a k sounds in the words champ and chop. First, say the word champ. Say it. Champ. Now, take off the ch, put on a k. What do you get? Camp. Awesome job. Now we're going to say the word chop. Take off the ch, put on a k. What do you have? Do it for real. Chop. Take off the ch, put on a k. Cop. Good job. Chaz says the word champ and then changes the beginning sound to camp, just like we did. When the beginning sound of the word champ is changed to a cut sound, the word becomes camp. Chaz says the word chop and then changes the beginning sound to a k, and it becomes the word cop. Chop, cop, and champ, camp. Oh, it looks like we have a nice little game. We changed the beginning sounds to make new words, and we were awesome with that challenge. Chaz is so cheery now. Penelope has one more cheeky challenge for you and Chaz. Oh, looking for that sh. What do you see? Tell me. Read it. Help. Not panther. That was last week. Chop. Chat. Beach. Oh, I missed one. No, tan, shoe, sun, mark. I don't see any more ch. Where are they? Reach. Yes. Teach. Oh, that's what I do. Cat. No, but if we change the cut to a ch, it'd be chat. Cheese. Cheetah. Panther. No. Beach. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How many words have you used today? I feel like I've used a lot. Champion, cheese, Chaz. There's just so many. Cheery, cheeky. Let's think about those words that you use every day. Now, this is not a required assignment. If you want to send it to your teacher, they would love to see it. And I do recommend you at least think about these awesome words. So we are going to do this. You're going to do this on your own, but I'm going to kind of take you through it real quick how to do it. Do you have a team you cheer for? Have you ever used the word cheer before? I have. I even said cheery today. Yes. And look, there's the CH sound. Does your home have a chair? Come on. I know you've used the word chair before. Ch. And ch. So you can go through this and find all the CH ones and just click. Have you said it before? Do you use that? Is it part of your normal vocabulary? If it is, just click yes. If it's a brand new word for you and you've never used it, you can just say no. Let's clear my work and get ready for our next adventure together. Okay. So once again, that is not a required assignment, but I highly recommend it. Ready to read, gathering at the garden. Penelope rode the train to find the treasure chest. When she opened the chest, you'll never believe what she found at the bottom of the box. She found bean seeds and instructions on how to turn them into plants. How cool! Penelope has her very own garden at home. She wants to plant these new seeds in her garden. Let's take a look and see what Penelope has. Try to name the plants you see in the picture, then go to the next slide to see if you're correct. Don't worry, I'll help you with that bit. Oh my gosh, I love a good salad. And there are so many things in here that would be great on it. Let's look at these plants. What's this one called? Do you know? Oh, I used to have a bunny rabbit that loved these. Peas. Yeah, you're right. Good job. How about this one? Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this might be some lettuce in the back. This would make any bunny happy. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Silly Miss Davidson. We have to make sure that we are right about all of our plants. Let's hit next. Peas are green and grow on long vines. They are good for helping your blood stay healthy. See these long things? Those are called vines. It's magic-y in that. A daisy is a type of flower that grows in nature. It can be many different colors. I was right, that's lettuce. Lettuce is green and it's used to make salads. Carrots are orange and grow under the ground. They help keep your skin healthy. Tomatoes are red and their plants can grow big. They help to keep your whole body healthy. So, do you have a garden? If so, what do you have in your garden? If you don't have a garden, what would you grow if you did have one? Exploring connections. When you started thinking about having your own garden, you are making a connection with Penelope. Anytime one thing makes you think of something else, it means you are making a connection. Let's watch this video to remember how and why you should make connections.
Wow, what a great book. I love stories about camping. It makes me think about when I went camping with my family. I love when I can connect with a book. Making connections lets me think about how my own memories and experiences are similar to what I've read. It makes what I'm reading so much more fun. Like in my book, the characters roast marshmallows around a campfire. It's just what I did with my family. And she sleeps in a sleeping bag and a tent. I slept in a sleeping bag and a tent too. And her brother tries to scare her in the book. My cousin did that to me last summer. He is always playing pranks on me. Oh, you've never been camping before, have you? That's okay. Even if you've never done some of the things you read about, you can still make connections. If you've never been camping before and you're reading a book about camping, you can think about a time when you were outdoors, like at a park. Think about what it felt like to be outside in the sunshine and fresh air. Do you remember what the wind felt like? And if you've never roasted marshmallows, you could think of another gooey warm treat you've had, like a chocolate chip cookie hot out of the oven. Do you remember how it tasted warm, soft, and yummy? When we make connections with what we are reading, it makes the book so much more fun and interesting. It's like we're a part of the adventure too. It's one of my favorite parts of reading. Don't you think so?
Well, I hope we've learned a lot about making connections. Whenever I'm reading, I'm always looking to see what I already know, what that I can add to, or thinking about maybe another book or activity, and it just makes a more experience even better. It makes me really feel like I'm in the story. You can make connections by looking for things that you can compare to each other. Just one word might make you think of something in your own life, or maybe something in a text is similar to something that happened to your friend. All of these are different ways you can make connections. My grandma has a garden in her backyard with tall sunflowers. That's what I thought of when I saw this picture of those tall sunflowers. Sunflowers grow in fields and sometimes in gardens. Look at this next picture. Plants follow a life cycle and they grow in stages. Well, I have a friend that planted a small bean that grew into a plant. By thinking of these experiences, I can learn so much more. You've got to make those connections. I even made a connection that tadpoles and frogs have a life cycle too. Very interesting. Gardens in the city. One good thing readers do when they read is make connections. Sometimes they'll begin by looking at the front cover of a text. Take a look at the front cover of Gardens in the City and ask yourself these questions. What do you think the book will be about? Do you know anything about the topic? Do you think gardens are important? I spend a lot of time at sea on my ship, but I have a garden. It's a small box my mom made for me. She filled it with dirt, and I grow different vegetables in the garden box while we are sailing around the world. I wonder how you can make a garden in the city. So here we are, Gardens in the City. I want you to look at this cover, and I'm going to go back to my 3 questions. What do you think the book's going to be about? Do you know anything else about that topic? And do you think gardens are important? Let's read our story. Charlie lives in an apartment in the city. He does not have a backyard, but he loves to garden. He has a garden on his balcony. He grows many plants in pots. Charlie plants vegetables. He plants cherry tomatoes and chives so he can make chunky salsa. It's my favorite. I just made a connection. He often helps at a community garden. There are so many beautiful flowers and vegetables. Community garden, that's where a whole community, a neighborhood gets together to build a garden. I learned about communities in a book. I just made another connection. Charlie can pick them and take them home. Charlie loves to help in the garden. Look how proud he is of his carrots. We just read about carrots. There are so many connections here. Charlie's name starts with the ch. I get connected to what I'm learning now. Were you surprised by the gardens you read about? The author gave many important details about gardens. The topic of the book was gardens, but the author's point was that people in cities can enjoy gardens. Let's review some of the reasons the author gave to support her point. Her point was people in cities can have gardens. And she has 3 reasons for this that we saw when we were reading the book. There are potted gardens for balconies. That's about gardening in the city. There are community gardens. Cities always have community gardens. Well, almost. People who garden in the city can grow their own food. Well, that's true. If you're gardening in the city, hopefully you get some food out of it. I wonder what's next. Make your connections. Before you started reading, you thought about gardens you'd seen before, and you thought about whether gardens were important or not. At least I hope you did. Did the information from the book support your opinion? Did it confirm that gardens could be important? Is that what you originally thought? Think of one connection you can make with the book about gardens. Chaz and her friend Sharon decided to try making connections with the book. Let's see how they did. Chaz's answer. This page in the book reminds me of when I helped Penelope with her garden. So Chaz remembered that. That was very important. Good thinking, Chaz. You made a great connection with this part of the book. Let's try Sharon's answer. I think gardening's fun. I mean, it's fun, but good try, Sharon. But that's more of an opinion. When you make a connection, you're sharing things the book makes you think about. Let's give it another try. This silly shark. Oh, she's looking at this page again. It's the same page, but she's had a different thought about it. This page reminds me of a book I read about growing tomatoes. That is a solid connection. There you go. Sharon, you shared what that book made you think about. Try it. And this is not required, but I would love if somebody would make me a video and send it. Take a video of yourself explaining one connection between your own ideas about gardens and the information you learned from the book. Look at Chaz and Sharon's examples above to help you think of what to say. So think of something you know about gardening and think about something from the book and see if we can connect them. Gardens grow food that's good for our bodies, and they help the environment. And now that is a very good, clear stopping point for today. If you want to come back to the video tomorrow, that's great. Stop right here. Or if you want to keep going, I'll be here for a while. Writing workshop. Sparkling sentences. Adjectives are words that are used to describe people, places, and things. Chaz likes to call them sparkle words because they give more details and help readers imagine what they are reading. Sparkle words. For example, a garden can be described using many adjectives. Like, here is a rose. But isn't it a better sentence when I say, the rose is pretty but prickly? Now we know two things about the rose. And I can picture it better in my head. The flowers are colorful and bright. The grass is tall and green. And those big bolded words are those adjectives, those sparkle words. Using adjectives can help make your writing more exciting and help it sparkle with detail. When Penelope arrived in the city, she met a boy. She used the adjective friendly to describe him because he smiled and waved at her. That's a very friendly thing to do. When Penelope told Chaz about this boy, Chaz was able to better imagine what this boy was like because of the adjective that was used. Let's show Penelope how much you know about adjectives by playing a game with her. Now look at this picture. It says, the boy waved. You add in that adjective, the friendly boy waved. Now we know a little bit more about that boy. Can you think of another adjective to describe him? All right, select the images that show the adjectives. Red, oh my gosh, this is red, but this is like really red. I'm picking this one. Yes, tiny. Well, the arrow, this is tiny, but the arrow is pointing to this elephant. Tiny. Oh, it's a sloth. Joyful. He looks happy, but this emoji is joyful. Hungry. I am too. We are adjective champions. Get it? Champions? Still doing it. Share it. Think about how adjectives can make your writing better. Tell a friend or family member why adjectives are important and how they can help to make a sentence sparkle. Show Penelope what you know about making sentences sparkle. Try the activity below. First, read the sentences. Next, cut out the adjectives. Then glue the adjectives to the sentences that fit in best and make them shine. This is not a required submission, but it's super fun, and I'd love to see who can do this work. There's your sentences. There's your adjectives. Long, friendly, happy, 3. There are blank cats. The blank boy laughed. She has a blank dress. The blank alpaca waved. So you're going to put these into here. I'd love to see you do it. Once again, not required. Add some sparkle. The book Gardens in the City looked at different ways to have a garden, even if you don't have a yard or a big space around your home. Gardens are important because they provide food. They are also important because plants can help to clean the air. Many cities have very dirty air, so having community gardens is one way to make the air cleaner. Let's take a look at a few other ways gardens can make communities better. Read the sentences about the community garden with the adjectives highlighted. Pay close attention to how the adjectives help the sentences to sparkle. Community gardens give tiny animals and insects a safe place to live. Even though this picture is really zoomed in and close on him, I know he's tiny because there's an adjective there. And I know that he's safe in a garden. What a great way to describe it. Community gardens let different people in the community meet and work together. What a nice way to meet new and different people. Community gardens give people delicious, healthy food for free. So I know the food is going to be delicious, it's got to be healthy so it's good for me, and it's going to be free because I helped work for it. Those are some great adjectives too. Charlie lived in an apartment building in a big city. His community wanted to make it easier for people to build a garden, so they built a community garden. Everyone helped and got to enjoy the garden. There are many ways to make your community a great place to live. Community gardens are just one way. You've already thought about a way to make your community a better place. Let's work on that opinion writing to help it sparkle. They look like you're having so much fun. So over the past couple weeks, you've been working on your opinion. We started on the week that we did Martin Luther King, on a way that we can make our community better. So what you're going to do is add into that sloppy copy today some of these sparkling adjectives. So if you're talking about a garden, you could call it green. You could call it bright. We're going to add sparkle words in today. Here are some examples of how you can do that. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the nouns in your sentences and circle them. And remember, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. Then, using a bright color, I want you to write an adjective or a describing word in front of your nouns you circled. So, for some reason, if your story has a dog in it, you can say it's brown, or black, or small, or big. Here are some examples of nouns. There could be your who in your story. Your animals are a who as well. There's that dog, it's a brown one. Your places and your things. Here are how you can make the adjectives. If we're talking about a house, what color is it? Red or blue? What are we talking about? Is it strong or bright? Is there a shape that we could describe, or a number? Maybe a size or a smell? All of these are adjectives, and they add more descriptions to what you're telling us about. Share it. The describing words you use should describe a noun. Tell a friend or family member what describing words you used for each noun you included in your writing. What did I learn? Our summary, we're almost done. Choo choo, pull into the station because you are done with this lesson. You learned about the ch sound and the letters C and H make together, and different words you know with that sound. There were a bunch of them. You already knew some of them from your everyday life. You can make real-life connections between words or sentences by thinking about your own life and experience and how they relate to things you read. You know that communities are important, and you've thought of ideas for how to make them a good place to be. That makes you a good citizen. Finally, you've reviewed how to add some sparkle to your sentences by adding adjectives and describing words when you write. So this is all I said, just in little bullets, all the cool things that we learned together. Self-check review. We're going to make the sentences sparkle by selecting the adjective that goes with the sentence. The tomatoes from Penelope's garden were blank and tasted blank. They were blue, right? No. What were they? Fast? Yeah. No. Red? The tomatoes from Penelope's garden were red and tasted small. Can you taste small? Delicious. I like that one. Stinky. I think it's delicious. Amazing effort. We chose the proper adjectives and made the sentence sparkle. Okay. This one took me a little bit, so I'm going to help you out here. We're going to match the onset, that means the beginning sounds, to what they are. This is a chair. This boy's thinking, and this is a shop. I know, that one confused me for a second too. Let's try it again. Chair, think, shop. Well, since today we learned about the ch sound, which one do you think has the ch sound? The chair. So I'm going to click the ch and click the chair. Think or shop? Shop. Shop. Think. Think. Shazam! You are a champion of onsets. Keep working hard. Match the sentence with the book it shows a connection to. You can grow tomatoes in a pot. Is that from Littlest Library We have a dream, or gardens in the city. Tomatoes, gardens, we just read it today. I think it's this one. Glad you agree with me. Everyone should be treated fairly. Well, I think that's always true, but I know that we really read about this a lot. We were talking about Dr. Martin Luther King. So we have a dream, everyone should be treated fairly. Reading and writing are important. I say this all the time. I think we really learned about it in Littlest Libraries. That's right. The sentences show connections to the texts. Great work. Oh my goodness. I think we're to the submit assignment page. So you're going to read the lesson. You're going to complete the activities in our lesson. You're going to complete and save your assignment. You're going to save your opinion writing sloppy copy, and you're going to upload that today. So get to it. Add adjectives to your sloppy copy writing. It should be your graphic organizer, your sloppy copy, and now the upload of that. Do you need anything? See your teachers. Ms. Cochran's going to be in our Zoom on every day at 11 and 4. We look forward to seeing you there. If you need to find your opinion writing, if you didn't do it last week, it's right here. You can use it on paper. You can do whatever you need to get this done. We want you to do the work, not mom and dad. You can do it. Remember, we've been writing all year. Please, you can do it. I know I'm being a little goofy right now, but I'm so proud of us. This has been a great lesson, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we will see you in the Zooms, and have a wonderful week.